Here with Friday Night Smackdown Superstar Elias. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So first question I have to ask, I mean, you guys have been wrestling for weeks and weeks and weeks, and even WrestleMania without fans in the arenas. I mean, how have you guys adjusted your style, your storytelling to doing this? Because, I mean, you guys thrive on the fan interaction.
Yeah, of course, man. And I always felt like myself, especially, I always had the chance to go out there and play guitar and sing and get the crowd riled up before my matches. It's definitely different. But let me tell you, a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us trained in the Performance Center. So a guy like me, I've worked in that Performance Center for about 3 years, and it's nothing different for me to have to wrestle in front of no crowd in the PC, because we did that many times when we were training. You know what I mean? So it's really about focusing all your efforts on the other wrestler opposed to the crowd that isn't there now. You know what I mean? Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's and it just kind of just speaks to your adaptability as a performer, and you and all the guys and gals there who you know, you guys are making lemonade with lemons, and you guys just keep doing it, and you know, the show has to go on, and you guys are continuing to do it. Kind of transitions me into my next question. You have a big match this week. You're in the Intercontinental Championship tournament against the AJ Styles, who's back on the blue brand. I personally think it's going to be a great matchup. Like, what kinds of things are you anticipating in that match and facing AJ?
Yeah, man. So I've been on the main roster now, Raw, SmackDown, for a little over 3 years, and I've never crossed paths with AJ Styles. So this is like a first-time matchup here. Not on any live events or television segments or anything like that. And I mean, geez, AJ Styles, he's so accomplished. He's done so much in WWE. I can't wait. I feel like Elias thrives in these situations when I get with these guys that are really, I mean, no surprise, great wrestlers, you know. But when I get in the ring with a guy like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns, I can remember having an awesome match with Ali months ago. So now it's a chance to get in there with AJ Styles. I've got all kinds of ideas and things like that, and I think it's going to play out really well when it comes to SmackDown this Friday.
And what would it mean to you to win potentially a championship like the Intercontinental title? I mean, I know you've been the 24/7 champion, and that's a fun title, and there's a certain kind of aura or a certain kind of you know, feeling with that title. But to have the Intercontinental title, the list of names who have had it, the list of Grand Slam champions, I mean, to be able to add that to your repertoire.
Dude, I mean, you're saying it all right there, man. I grew up a wrestling fan, okay, and I didn't grow up a fan of the 24/7 championship. I grew up a fan of the Intercontinental Championship. And so, dude, to mean that and kind of put that notch on your belt, carry that, and, you know, I feel like Elias would represent that kind of champion just in such a fun and cool way. It would mean the world to me to win that and start working my way up the ranks here as far as championship opportunities and championship belts in WWE. So I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen.
Now, you know, we're kind of almost halfway through 2020. It's been an interesting year, as we kind of alluded to. Like, what kinds of things, or what one thing do you want to accomplish, or what one goal do you have for 2020 to make it the year of Elias?
Yeah, you know, it's been just a crazy year. I don't think anybody could have predicted 1 year ago that this would be the situation. So for me, of course, the opportunity to win the Intercontinental Championship, that's number one. AJ Styles stands in my way this Friday. I got to get through him. I can't overlook him. And then, of course, winning the actual championship. But aside from that, really developing Elias in front of the audience's eyes. You know, this with the way the things are right now, wrestling in the PC and all that, it provides us a different opportunity. And I think Elias sitting there on the stool or standing up on the perch, playing guitar and letting you know who I am, that's equally as important as having any sort of match and things like that, as far as getting the audience to invest in who you are and see your story. So I'd love to just tell that even more.
And kind of speaking to the audience, obviously we don't know when you're going to be back in arenas full of fans, but I mean, have you guys heard any rumblings or anything like that? Or are you just kind of waiting out the storm like everyone else is?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't speak on behalf of them for when fans are. I know as a wrestler, I can't wait for it. I believe, we're in Florida here, and I think it's like 25% capacity is potentially the rule for sporting events. So WWE, they like to stay ahead of the game. I imagine as soon as it's a possibility, as soon as we can, we'll be the first to attempt things like that and have fans come back and enjoy our shows. But I have no idea on a timetable for that. I'm hoping sooner than later.
Sure. All right. Before we go, maybe kind of cut a quick little promo we can post on our social media pages, just asking Columbus and Fox 28 if they're ready to walk with Elias.
Yeah, Columbus and Fox 28?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Columbus, Elias is WWE. And what that means is that WWE stands for Walk with Elias. And as soon as you understand that, everything in your life falls into place. It's a universal truth. You can't go wrong. So ask yourself, what would Elias do? And then walk with Elias. Tune in to SmackDown Friday night. Watch me take on AJ Styles on my path to becoming Intercontinental Champion.